What is up, Cowboys Nation, man? It is game day, Monday Night Football. So, we had to bring in a lot of people from the cave. So we got G-Reg is hanging with Jimmy and I.
G-Reg, yeah.
Hopefully you guys are doing good. Make sure as you're rolling in, hit that like, subscribe, share, all that kind of good stuff. Jimmy, first of all, before we talk to Greg, how are you doing, man? You had a good, stressful weekend. Your team stinks. I hate to say it.
Another stressful weekend. Tell me about it, man. We lost Penix probably for the season. London's out hurt again. It's a disaster, worse than I ever expected. I'm wearing my 98 NFC Championship shirt right now. That's how I'm feeling. We needed
you to beat Carolina. You guys had him. You let him off the hook.
We let him off the hook. We needed to beat Carolina. We had an inside straight, and that inside straight is long gone now, man. What a disaster.
Man, I thought, y'all, I didn't know Penix was out for the season. Oh, that's a disaster right there.
Yeah, it looks like he's done.
Yeah. Hey, RP. So, yeah, that's the thing. First they were saying, oh, it's his ankle, during the game when I was watching it. And then later on, they're saying, MRI on his knee. And I'm like, okay, he had knee problems back in college. So, hopefully he's okay,
Yeah.
Tough.
So Greg and I, we did a show, so we've been talking already. But how are you doing, Greg, for the people who didn't see you Sunday? What you up to, man? Looks like you're in game day mode. I'm in
game day mode, baby. I'm in game day mode. No way we lose this one.
Hey, we better not lose because I made probably, I don't know if it's a stupid decision or a smart decision, but Gabe, I'm sitting here all day and I said, you know what? I'm betting. I'm going on the Cowboys. There's just no way they could lose. We'll get Uncle Cheech to tell me if I'm an idiot or stupid, but I went in heavy on the Cowboys, man. I'm thinking this is just a game, all the emotions, everything with it. And they got to put it together to get a lot of guys back. So we're going to see what happens, man. We're going to see what happens. But yeah, got to get this win.
I hope I'm wrong for everybody in the cave, but I'm not a superstitious person. But from the day Mike Tag knows me, I don't bet on my own teams.
Yeah,
me neither.
I usually don't, and it's been 50-50, so I don't want to say it's a jinx or not because I've won some and I've lost some, but it's just, I don't know. I just had this feeling, and I'm like, you know what? I just want to feel even better. Get in there, be part of it, because now I'm 100% invested, even more than I already am, because now there's dollars attached to it. So we're gonna see what happens, but it'll be a lot of fun. But looking around the league, and I just got to say, I mean, who would have thunk that the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots have the best records in the NFL and in the AFC? The Broncos take care of business in Kansas City. We're talking about the Cowboys having trouble, the Falcons having trouble. Kansas City is now 5-5. Outside looking in on the playoffs. I mean, what's your thoughts of kind of that weekend? Just looking at the AFC, then we'll jump to the NFC.
Well, I'm telling you, Denver, every year, remember, there's one team that comes out of nowhere and surprises you. Now, I can't say Denver surprised me because I saw what they did last year in the tail end of the season. They were looking good. But New England really surprised me. They're playing like they played in the Belichick days. That's what shocked me. And those guys are playing the way they can go deep in the playoffs, too.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think, Jim?
And I'll tell you the same. I mean, like G-Reg is saying, the Broncos, no surprise. The Chiefs, they're falling off. I think they're on the other side of their dynasty, right? Patriots are kicking ass, but the Colts, who'd have thought the Colts were going to be 8-2 at this stage?
That's a surprise, too. That is a big surprise. And what it does is it just really, it kind of shows that the way the NFL is today, it's any given Sunday. Like that's why it's so important for these teams. And we talk about the Cowboys, and I know they're a long shot, but get in the playoffs because anything can happen. You're seeing teams beating teams, and you're like, the Jaguars smoked the Chargers. And on our show Sunday, Greg, you heard people say, "Oh, don't get it. Chargers are a great team. Don't let up on them. The Cowboys got their hands full." You just don't know what anything can happen in this NFL.
And you saw what happened to the Chargers yesterday, and the Chargers started off spanking, but right now they suspect, and they're playing like they did the 2 seasons ago that we beat them. They were playing on that same track. So, and good thing is that they're coming home, and we get to play them at home. So that might be a win for us if we can pull that one off.
Yeah, It'll be interesting. Jimmy, what is your thoughts? Because you're in Buffalo. You're not Buffalo, but you're in New York. I mean, the Bills, they look really good, right? It was kind of a crazy game with Tampa, but I mean, Josh Allen got back to form after looking really bad the week before against the Dolphins. I mean, what's the temperature with the Bills? Do they feel they're kind of, they're up and down? I mean, they get everything together.
Who I thought, and I said it before the season, I said prior to the season, the Bills are the cream of the crop in the AFC, but it was contingent on Josh Allen. He went back to his old immature ways, even during early in the game yesterday. He had one where he was like, I think he was worried about catching a safety, and he did a shuffle pass, like some bizarre, it went like 7 yards in the air. It was like a roller coaster, like a rainbow, and it was easy pick for the Bucs, deep in their zone. So he looked bad earlier in the game yesterday. You know what? If you look at the Broncos and the Patriots and the Colts, I don't know, man. I don't know about the Bills anymore. Some of their fans, they put a smiley face on, but I think they're feeling it too.
My brother, who's a big Bills fan, every week I'll send him something. I say, Jim, y'all gonna do it this week? At the beginning of the season, Jim was like, man, we going all the way this year. We going all the way. And then when the Ravens start to lose, Jim said it's just going to be between us. Between us and New England for our division. But right now, Buffalo, Ravens, Kansas City, they're playing. They're regressing. And like Jimmy said, one thing I noticed about Allen is going back to how he used to play when he was trying too hard and pushing too much. And he started regressing instead of going forward, especially after last year. And right now, those three teams are in serious trouble.
Yes.
Serious trouble. We could possibly see a newer team in the championship this year.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And you have the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, possible broken bone in his left wrist. I mean, it's going back. I mean, that's not his thrown hand, obviously. So they may be able to do something if it's a small fracture, something like that, so he doesn't miss time. I mean, we'll kind of see how that goes. But just wild AFC. And then you flip it over to the NFC, and you had kind of the four heavyweights going at each other, right? You had Detroit, Philadelphia, you had Seattle, and you had the Rams. And I just want to put this out there just so people understand and get your opinion on it, Jimmy and Greg. If I were to tell you the winning team, both quarterbacks threw for under 140 yards, threw for 50% completion percentage, their team won. The defensive lines dominated. It is a defensive league. Yeah. It's coming back. Everything that we always talk about goes in circles. Remember the days of the 450 yards greatest show on turfs and wide open offense? The defenses are winning these games. They're shutting down the offenses. The Detroit Lions went for it. I don't know how many times they kept going for it. They only muster up 6 points or 9 points, whatever they ended up with at the end. But really only one touchdown. What's your thoughts on the NFC and really just the defenses that have dominated when it matters most? Because the offense for Philadelphia is ranked like 25th, but they keep winning.
G-Reg.
No, those four teams that you named, I see those four teams in the playoffs, period. To me, the strongest of the four, and they play, to me, that's the most boring game I ever watch when they play. I never want to watch them because it's boring. But the strongest team to me are the Rams. The Rams are the strongest to me. Philadelphia last night, they did everything to lose that game. Campbell messed around and gave them the game. You don't go 5 times in a row without at least getting a couple of points in there. And he did this in the NFC Championship game against the 49ers and blew it. And if he goes back to doing this this season, for the rest of the season, the Lions' hopes are out. And I just expected the Lions last night to beat them and make that statement. And Philly just barely won. But the Philly, the Rams, those two right there may wind up in the NFC Championship again. And the Rams may be the one to take it because the Rams.
Yeah, the Eagles have owned the Rams. That's the only thing that scares me if you don't want to see the Eagles in there.
The Rams, boring as they are to me, they are playing complete. They're not relying on, I'm just going to do running. I'm just going to pass. We're going to have somebody, A.J. Brown, in the locker room getting mad. Our scheme isn't the same. They're just moving along quietly and getting the job done.
Yeah.
So I got to ask you both. What are you thinking about the Bears?
That was going to be my one I was going to throw out to you guys. That the Bears, to me, are last year's Washington Commanders. Everything seems to be going right for them. Every break goes their way. Everything just kind of favors them. Great coaching job by Ben Johnson. You got to give it to him, absolutely. Yeah. But the Bears, just everything that's going right, it's just working out perfectly for them. They're the one surprise team. They'll get in the playoffs. They're the one. If you look at their schedule, it's very difficult. And that's what we talked about. They're the ones that, man, they play a lot of tough teams. You think they're going to come back. And I felt the same way about Washington. And then I was proven wrong. I had to give up tickets to a game because of my big mouth. I'm not going that far this time. I'm not going to count the Bears out. They just seem a team of destiny. So I'll be curious to see what happens to them. But what's your thoughts, Greg?
And Washington, remember we talked about it last year by the end of the season. We said, let's wait to see what that sophomore slump looks like. Well, it is a slump. And some of the aging players they got last year just to get them to the Super Bowl, they're really showing their age. But the Bears, as quietly as they're playing, and every time I see them, I'm like, don't win, Bears. Please don't win. They can mess around. The way they're playing, they can mess around and get Seattle in the playoffs, maybe the first game, and beat them. They can mess around and Seattle slip up and lose to the Bears in the first round if they play them against each other. But if they play anybody else, I don't think they make it. But the Bears got to get through this gauntlet. If they don't get
they're in first place. They're in
first place. Yeah.
They still got to get through the rest of this gauntlet. They don't get through the rest of this gauntlet and they start slipping, they may see themselves out by one game.
So I agree with you. The Rams are the cream of the crop right now in the NFC. I don't care what anybody says. But I wanted to ask you, because a team we haven't mentioned who weathered a boatload of injuries, who got their starting quarterback, the Niners, they're in second place out in the West. What are you thinking about them?
Well,
they're always going to be in there, and it's Jay Tuck was on this morning, and I was listening to him, and I was commenting back and forth on his show, and we talked about the Niners and the Cowboys, and kind of like the '90s Niners and the '90s Cowboys. They had an identity, and we're trying to. He was asking a question. He goes, "What happened?" Because the Cowboys lost that identity, but the 49ers have kept their identity. Hard nose, physical, run the ball, that just kind of tenacity on defense where Dallas was that way, right? Strong defenses through, Greg, from the 60s, 70s, 80s, always had a solid physical defense. Depended on the running game, whether it was Tony Dorsett or Emmitt Smith. We're going to run the ball. We're going to run the ball, try and stop us to run the ball. But we've kind of gone away from that. But the 49ers have kept their identity, and they're going to be another team that I think you're going to want to watch out for as this year kind of goes down.
Yeah, and with Saleh's back on that team, these guys are playing right back to where they were with limited talent on the field because of all the injuries. And my boy Mac Jones has surprised everybody how he came in and lifted that team and carried them for those games until Purdy got back. And if MC stays healthy, those 49ers will possibly get into this playoff because they're playing they're playing on that level to get in there, and they could possibly beat somebody in that first round. But MC's got to stay healthy because, last year around the end of the season, he had that calf injury, and that hurt him. And Purdy, even if he's hurt, Mac Jones can come in and back him up. So they got a starter and a backup who are solidified for the 49ers. And one thing about why they still have the identity goes back to something I said Sunday. They have the coaching staff that, like what we had back there in the 90s, we had North Turner, Bush Johnson, we had all those coaches that made sure that we kept that identity in every aspect of the team, offense, defense, special teams. They got all of that. We don't really have that yet. We still got that new nuance, and we've been turning over. So we don't have a coaching identity yet, let alone get our Dallas identity that we had in the 90s.
No, I agree. I agree 100%. And one thing I agree on is it looks like Uncle Cheech finally made it in. He always has technical difficulties. I don't understand. Greg, I sent you the same email. Did you have any trouble logging into the show?
No, I took the link.
I just want to make sure. I sent the same email to both of you, but Uncle Cheech looks like he is in the house. Let me get this thing set up. Where is?
Email's not the same.
Oh, it's the same. It's the same.
not
Let me.
Ah,
One has
change
a picture on it. One doesn't. The one with the picture, I get in.
I don't know. I
The
wouldn't
one
talk
without
back.
the picture, I get out.
Oh, I got it here. Let me fix something here.
Hey, look it. I wouldn't talk back to Uncle Cheech. I know better than
No.
that.
Hold on a
Oh,
minute.
Oh, there we go.
I'll fix it. Let me fix it real quick, guys. Give me a minute. I gotta fix this because I gotta get Uncle Cheech in here properly and Greg. I thought I did it, but I don't know what happened. Give me a minute. I gotta see here. Add. Let's see.
we're gonna do it live.
Yeah, sorry. Let's see if I can get this on here. And I get this. See, you guys are gonna see me working. I get Greg on here.
You need your glasses.
Huh?
You need your glasses.
No.
Good.
Well, the problem is I put my camera on the same. My camera's where things at. So add Greg. Greg, you should be. All right, we're back. There we go. We got it. We got it. All right, let's go.
I don't see him.
I don't
I'm
see.
going.
Oh,
There we go.
There
Hey,
we
what's
go.
up,
There we
Chief?
go. Sorry about that, guys. Had to get everything going. All right.
What's up, everybody?
So we're back here. So we got Uncle Cheech is with G Reg. Now we got the whole family here. We're getting everything going. So definitely Uncle Cheech, before we're gonna finish. I want it because we're gonna lead into Cowboys. So I want you to save some Cowboys stuff for us because I definitely want your opinion because I made a business decision. And you've always told me don't ever think with your mind, your heart. You think with your mind. So I want you to tell me if I'm crazy. But how did you do last week?
Last week was the worst week I had all season.
Okay, that's not good.
The only losing week I had out of 12 weeks.
That's not bad, then. That's not bad. Yeah. But let me ask you this, because I know you got inside information. Lane Kiffin has been spotted on a Learjet headed to LSU. Do you think that's pretty much going to be a done deal, and he's going to end up coaching LSU next season?
That's what I heard. Hey, money talks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
I
kind
don't
of
see why he'll do any better at LSU than he's doing in Mississippi.
no.
It takes some players with
Same
them.
conference, same recruit, same everything. So
They got more money though. They got more money.
That's true.
And I mean, they're just a little bit more prestige. So I don't think Florida's a better job. I think LSU's a better job in the SEC. Would you say that, Uncle Cheech?
Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah. Well, good. See, man, a few words, but they're powerful. That's some powerful words.
I don't worry about jobs. I don't worry about picking teams making money. I don't worry about this. I don't worry about that. Who's playing? Who's not playing? I'm not in.
He also said,
I
Franklin.
don't study every player on the field.
No, I know. Franklin went to Virginia Tech. I mean, any thoughts on that one? Do you think? I don't think.
Tech said he'd already hired Franklin.
Yeah, he's hired, but he's not going to do nothing there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Virginia takes some recruits behind them for sure.
But this is the world of NIL. It's NIL now.
Yeah. You don't think some of the Penn State players will follow him there?
No, he could be a factor in 3 years.
I don't think so.
Be now or next season.
I think
got to get all his players that he likes in place.
Yeah.
We'll see. He don't try to win. Tries to keep from losing. That's what I hear from everybody. So,
no,
I'm not concerned with Virginia Tech anyway, except when we play them Saturday. It's the only time I'm concerned.
Yeah. How'd you do on that Virginia? How did you do on that Texas A&M game?
Oh, I lost that one.
What? You went for
No, I gave all them points.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they made them.
That was my log. I figured they'd kill him to death.
Kill him to death.
Well,
at home too.
I know.
Even had to have the policeman rough up a couple players.
Yeah, that was funny.
That guy should be fired. I
watched
that replay.
He was removed from college.
Hey, he's a fan.
He did it on purpose. I saw what he did.
He did it on purpose.
He did it on purpose because he bet on the game.
He did that on purpose.
I bet he bet on the game and he thought he was going to lose a lot of money.
I saw that son of a bitch.
He did that on purpose for sure.
He definitely did it on purpose.
All right. So what do we got this week? What do we got this week, Uncle Cheech? What are we looking at?
All right. Well, I'm going to take. You got Tennessee at Florida. At Florida, Tennessee hasn't beaten Florida in the Swamp in 22 years.
22 years.
And I don't expect that to change. I'll take the Gators +3.
Oh,
All right. Well, I mean, both teams. Is Tennessee still hanging around?
They're irrelevant. No,
Done, right? You're all done. All right. What's
Gators
your next one? Kind of disappoints me a little bit because they were playing better, but they've kind of slid. What do you think?
Yeah, Tampa Bay. Yeah, they let me down. I think I had them last week too. Matter of fact. So
yeah,
Rams. I agree with you. They look like the best team today.
Today. Not tomorrow. But
I'll
today.
take the Rams -6.5 plus Tampa's traveling coast to coast.
Yeah, you're big. That's a Uncle Cheech staple, Jimmy. Have you noticed that? That's a patented Uncle Cheech bet, cross country trip. We always take the home team on those trips.
Always a big factor.
Coast to coast.
Coast to coast is big. You're upset. You're sticking with one of your teams that you didn't win with them though, but you're gonna try. You're gonna play ball with them one more time.
And North Texas at Rice +18.5. I'll take a shot.
All right.
I never even. Where is Rice anyway?
Rice is in Texas.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, Texas team. Yeah, I'll take the 18.5 at home.
It's a short trip.
Yeah, I think they're right outside your jurisdiction.
Say Uncle Cheech. What about the Temple game? Who are we looking?
Same old Temple.
Same old Temple.
All right. This is one you're talking lock of the week, and we didn't get a chance to get into it, but did the decision of the suspension have anything to do with this lock, with this
absolutely.
face and this terrible?
Who they going to throw the ball to me?
I know. I know.
Bad enough they got no quarterback either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they got no receiver.
Yeah.
Now I think New England's playing good.
They are playing good
playing
football.
great. I know it's a road game, but I don't think it's gonna matter.
Yeah. Our resident expert in travel, Mark, had confirmed that Rice is in Houston.
Houston.
The planet Houston.
Still in Texas.
Yes, absolutely. So now, Uncle Cheech, let's just leave you with this. Great picks. I'm hoping. So what is your thoughts Monday night? Dallas is a 3.5-point favorite going, obviously on the road. It looks like a Cowboys takeover, which we'll get into. I think it's going to be a home game for them. They're absolutely taking over all of Las Vegas from everything that I've seen and all the people I've talked to. The Cowboys have not a great record against the spread. Everything looks against them. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm looking at all the numbers against the spread. Road favorite. Everything is killing them this year. Last year, they were great against the spread. This year is not working. What do you think of this game? Give me that breakdown.
Well, Vegas is 1-3 at home.
Yeah.
But Dallas is 1-4 in a row.
Yeah, that's not good.
You got much better offense. But their defense is more in the middle of the road, and you guys are 2 spots from the bottom when I checked today.
Oh, we got 6 starters coming back. 6
Right.
And 2 new.
Well, I'm going to tell you, this is how if I was coaching Dallas, I'm not an expert on being coached, but if you can contain Brock Bowers and don't let him make big plays like he's been doing week after week while he's healthy, I think you beat him.
Yep,
Do we beat him by more than 3.5?
Oh, I think so.
All right.
You got a high-powered offense. If you can just play, if you can keep him from getting big plays downfield, you beat him handily, I think.
Now I'm gonna preface this by saying I made a whale kind of bet on this game. I really hope that it don't come back to bite me.
You didn't learn, huh?
This is what I thought about. What I thought
house.
about it, if the whale's watching, it usually takes 3 spins. I got 3 spins in me when I go to the casino. 3 spins. I took all 3 of those spins and bet it on one game, and I'm looking to just double my money real quick. And I don't know what it is, but I'm looking at this game. I'm looking at everything that's going on. Obviously, the emotions that are going to be in it. Everything that's against Dallas. The world is, I mean, everyone's just waiting to watch them crumble. I'm a homer, and I gotta have faith that they're going to show up big today. So that's what I'm.
So would you bet? Would you bet? You bet a
I'm
parlay?
I'm not saying it on here because I don't want people laughing at me. But
I had somebody call me up when I was watching the Texas A&M game. All excited. I got a parlay. I got Texas A&M. For who they play?
To win. It was South Carolina to win.
Yeah, he said I got South Carolina to win. And called me up at halftime. 30-3.
He already had the money spent.
Counting the money. Now, he didn't have to get no points. He was picking them straight up. But he had a parlay. I forgot who had the other one. They lost too. LSU.
Oh,
They were losing 2 at the time at the half.
Yeah.
And he was already counting the money and looking at get that new Toyota.
Yeah.
Half hour later,
you couldn't afford the insurance on the Toyota.
Half hour later, he's standing in the corner, just staring at the wall, just trying to figure out what the hell just happened.
That's what I was doing after the Falcons game yesterday.
Well, we'll see what happens.
You shut him down somewhat, and I think you win handily. I don't think they can stop your offense.
Oh, look at it.
Somebody out here showed disrespect to Uncle Cheech. I don't like that.
Disrespected Uncle Cheech this weekend. Said you cost him a couple fans.
Oh, that dummy.
Oh, you know what? I can't believe he shows that kind of disrespect to my Uncle Cheech.
I don't like that. He's made a lot of
how much money I made him. Ask him how much money I made him the last 11 weeks.
Exactly.
See what he puts up.
I got a nice bottle of champagne with some of those winnings.
Absolutely. All right, Uncle Cheech, we'll let you roll. We're going to talk some Cowboys, get everyone ready for Monday night, get this thing rolling.
Good luck
you
tonight.
got Cowboys winning. It's already been done, right? You got Cowboys winning?
I got them winning.
All right. I love it. All right.
I'll talk to you guys. Have a good one.
Grazie.
Take care.
Ciao, ciao.
All right. Well, he was due for a bad week. Uncle Cheech. Killing it. But he has been killing it. So really, and this is what we got. So Jimmy, you're a very important part of this segment because I'm an admitted homer and Greg's an admitted homer. So we need someone who's fair and balanced down the middle to kind of give us the set.
Yes.
So you've been seeing this Cowboys offense struggled the last couple games. I think a lot of it, their struggles are because of the lack of defense puts them in the have to be perfect mode. I think the defense, which we'll get into, is getting a lot of guys back, got some new guys. I think this is a get-right game for the offense. I think the offense, Dak and company, get back to running the football. You and I talked about it, play action pass. Am I crazy, or what are you thinking? And then, Greg, you be the response to what Jimmy has to say.
No, I mean, look, I think that, obviously you guys have had injuries. Vegas is not a good team. And I like Geno Smith, and I liked his resurgence he had in Seattle. Things have been a disaster this year in Vegas. To Uncle Cheech's point, he's got his release valve and Bowers. Genty, the running back, ain't doing a whole lot. I'm sorry. You guys got 6 starters coming back. There's no reason you shouldn't beat them by at least double digits. My opinion. And I like it. I'm not a homer. You guys, I'm keeping it fair, keeping it straight, and there's no reason you don't beat them.
Yeah. What do you think about the offense?
Who, telling me?
No, Greg, what do you think about the offense?
I'm not concerned about our offense tonight. I think our offense is going to eat. I really think the offense is really going to eat tonight. The thing is, I know that the Raiders, as bad as they are going to probably try to turn the notch up on inspiration a little because they're playing the Cowboys, which get big visibility. So they're going, and they know they're on prime time Monday night. So they're going to try. I didn't say succeed, but they're going to try to play on a little bit different level than they have been playing, and they're going to give everything they got because it is the Cowboys that they're playing, so everybody's there invading them, and they're playing on Monday night. But Geno is who Geno is, and if Easy and Quinnen Williams can put a little pressure on him, he will throw some picks, and I'm looking for Bland to suck him in to make him think that somebody's open and take a couple.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the defense. We'll go back to the offense too. You've got, what is the true expectations for this defense tonight? You've got Agent Zero is going to be back. You got Revel is making his debut. Malik Hooker, Donovan Wilson, they're both active tonight. Looking at our active. So you've got your two safeties that you've been missing for a while. They're going to be back. Logan Wilson is going to be in the game. How much, he plays and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that remains to be seen. And then you got Quinnen Williams, who is the big trade you made. And like I talked about, you and I were talking before we went on the air, Lincoln Kennedy, who is, phenomenal. I mean, if he's not in the Hall of Fame, he should be damn close if he isn't already. Lineman for the Raiders. He said this offensive line is terrible. They've had a couple key injuries. They're bad. He feels Dallas's D line should absolutely dominate him, which that's saying something because our defensive line really hadn't dominated anyone all year. So what is your thoughts of this defense going against this offense and how much of an impact? And let's not even, you can't even factor in the Nealon, the inspiration and kind of what they're going to be playing with heavy hearts and all of that kind of that goes in with it as well. What's your thoughts on how the defense is going to perform, Greg? And then Jimmy, get your thoughts around it up.
Well, we got, look at the three new additions we got on the defensive line. Quinnen Williams, Clark, and then we knew what Easy was doing. Easy was having his game. And whoever else fills in on that front four. And you got Logan Wilson back there in the middle. Now, Solomon Thomas, I don't think he's going to be playing. But you got
He's out.
Logan Wilson back there. I'm telling you, those three additions alone will inspire the others to really step up. And not only that, those three additions will bring a little bit more pressure than we've been putting on in the previous games that will allow those other players to eat and shine. So if the Las Vegas has a bad offensive line now, if they were facing our previous defensive line, it'll be an even match. But because they're facing us now with the three new additions, and we got Overshown out there who may not play 100% the way he normally plays, and Revel playing his first NFL game, and everybody else back. Because they're playing with those three new additions, they should be able to eat that line and keep the pressure on Geno that he's been feeling all season. And we know when he feels the pressure, he throws the ball away, he throws interceptions. He's not consistent. And long as he stays that way in the first quarter, and I notice it, I know we got it.
Well, you know what, too? The Raiders. Who do they have? Who's their wide receiver? They got Trey. I think who's their best? That's the whole point. Trey Tyler, maybe. I don't know.
Everything goes through Bowers. Yeah. He's their whole offense. He's
their offense, right? But you know what? And we touched on this last week, and I was trying to be tactful about it. But at the end of the day, it's a reality for Marshawn Nealon. This team better show up tonight. Yeah. Seriously, they have to show up. How do you not show up? And again, I'm trying to be tactful, but it's reality. Yeah, they're gonna kick. They're gonna, like I said, it's a double-digit win tonight, man.
Yeah, you're looking at the numbers. Offensive numbers, Dallas is averaging 30 points a game. The Raiders are averaging 15. The Cowboys are putting up 378 yards. They're putting up 272. The plays, the time of possession is low on the Raiders. That was the other thing that Kennedy talked about. They had a game where they only had like 30 plays. The Chiefs had more first downs than they had plays. It's just been a struggle. Turnover differential's the same with all of them. Defensive sacks, neither one of them are getting a lot of sacks. Both of them, or we have actually more than them. Tucker is their number one receiver with 349 receiving yards. We got Pickens. Obviously, Genti's struggling because of, I think, the line. I don't think it's really him, but the line is so bad.
And he has minimal catches out of the backfield, too. So you don't have to worry about him going out in the flats.
But, he's got 12 interceptions. Geno Smith has been a turnover machine, to your point, Greg. I was talking to some of my buddies are out at the game. Everything's pointing to a Dallas, should win easily. Mm-hmm. But would it surprise anyone if Geno Smith throws for 404 touchdowns? Every other quarterback's done it. It's like, I don't know.
It wouldn't because, like I said, Geno's going to probably be up for this game more than any other game. And I say this because of how we've been playing, that it wouldn't shock me if he pulled a Russell Wilson on us. And one thing about the Raiders, They haven't won. They're sorry. But their defense has kept them, not the defensive line, but their defense has kept them in games.
Yeah.
Their offense just can't produce. So if their defense plays just average like they've been to keep them in games, Dak and those guys better find a way to bust that defense, because we don't want it to come down to a close game at the end, because if it does, the luck is on the side of the Raiders. So we need Dak and them to exploit them. And when you exploit them and put those points up big, Geno takes a lot more chances then. But those don't get it twisted. The Raiders defense has kept them in some games to the fourth quarter. We just got to make sure that we find a way to exploit it.
Well, and looking at, I mean, and Jimmy's been a big proponent of ever since I've known him in school. Run the football. You got to establish the run. The Cowboys got Javonte Williams. Now, Jadon Blue inactive again.
Wow.
Davis is up again. So it's pretty much going to be Javonte Williams, but it's get him running early, right, Jimmy? Set up the play action pass.
Set up exactly.
So that's what the Cowboys offense, get back to the basics. This is a run offensive line. This offensive line is built to run the football. We see the struggles with the tackles, right? You've got obviously Steele. He may be replaced by Thomas, but I don't know if that's much of an upgrade. But you got Crosby over there. He's going to be licking his chops. And Guyton has played better, but he has struggled at times. That interior line of the Cowboys is dominant. They need to get back, run the football. Javonte Williams, set up the play action. And like you and I talked about, Greg, Sunday, go deep with Pickens. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a PI. He's going to catch it, or it's going to be incomplete, but stretch the field.
Stretch the field. Yep. Exactly.
Yep.
And I know it's tongue in cheek. We're kidding, but we've been saying that for years. If you're not at least running the ball, just to have them have some respect for you, even if it's 3 yards a carry, you ain't setting up the pass.
No. And and it'll be kind of prophetic that we lose to the Cardinals in Arlington with a backup quarterback. They really dominated us. And then we go to LA and cream them.
But we've seen that story before, Greg.
After everything's happened over the past 2 weeks, we go to LA and just cream them. And that's what I'm expecting. I'm not expecting to win close. I'm expecting a blowout. That's what I'm expecting. And then after this, which isn't a measuring stick for the rest of the season because it is the Raiders, but after this, based on what we just came off of these 2 weeks and the emotional situation we went through and the new players we got, and based on how their motivation and their inspiration for one another shall meld together after this game, I think we can make a run for the rest of it.
Yeah. I think the Falcons really, I think Falcons are in the same position. You're playoff mode. I think the Falcons are pretty much killed themselves. We can't lose, I guess is what I'm saying. There's no room for error with this team. If they want any chance of thoughts, and I think it's Sunday really put a bad spot on them because they needed Carolina to lose, and Atlanta had them, and they blew it. And,
look at
and they, there's teams that the Bears end up looking good. They needed things to happen, and anything that they needed to happen didn't happen, and they put themselves in this position because we talked about it early in before the season. You got to rack up these wins now because down the stretch it's going to get a little bit tighter for them, and you knew that you were hoping to get some guys back, and that if you could survive that, then you're getting your complimentary guys to play. But they're in a bad spot. I mean, the Cowboys, it just would feel good to get a win, man. Damn, it's been like 3 weeks.
Hey, now you know how I feel. Now you know how I feel. We came off a Monday night win against Buffalo. We lost 5 in a row. Again, exactly.
Crazy?
And not for nothing. I don't want you guys having Ashton Genty and Geno Smith looking like Rico Dowdle and Bryce Young yesterday. Please. What a disaster.
But Pete Carroll, the first thing he's going to attempt to do is try to be successful with Genty, because he knows if Genty gets the ball and he's successful, I don't have to rely on Geno getting out there making bad passes. So if we establish that defensive shutdown on Genty, now it's going to be Pickens all night. Pickens for us all night long. Because if we don't stop Genty, Pete Carroll's going to continue to ram that ball down our throat.
Absolutely.
And just when we're not paying attention, there goes Bowers.
Yeah.
Hey, so we have SoCal coming in. Immediately off the top, being very optimistic, saying the Cowboys are going to be 6-10-1. Then he's talking about you guys will beat up on the Falcons.
I mean,
and then Bowers.
Nostradamus. They have 3 wins. Real big take there. You really dug in deep for that one. I mean, give me a break. What a meathead.
Yeah, we got it. This is going to be a good feel-good game for all the Cowboys fans worldwide. Yeah. I mean, that people will say, you beat the Raiders. You just don't understand how we feel right now. And the way we feel right now, I don't care if they were beating players from Winn-Dixie. A win is a win, and we would feel good about this. And we need to feel good again about our Cowboys. And who knows what happens after this.
Oh, absolutely.
New players playing their first game, coming off this emotional week. This could be the spark that lights it up for us going further.
Yeah. I'm curious, really, to me, it's the defense. I'm just going to keep coming because the defense has been so bad. And I mean, I'm not bullshitting when I say it. I mean, you have Quinnen Williams, Logan Wilson, you got Agent, right? You got Overshown, you got Revel, you got Hooker, and you've got what's his name? Hooker and the other safety. No, the safety.
Wanye Thomas.
No, the other safety. Why am I having a brain? I just was talking about it.
Let's see, Malik Hooker, Wanye Thomas.
Help me, guys. You see, I'm struggling. I'm getting old. And you got Donovan Wilson. Thank you. Yeah. So you have 6 guys that haven't played that are back.
Yeah,
that are back. And then Carson, Kalen Carson played some in Arizona. The other dude, Bridges, that they had that got absolutely just embarrassed. Thank God he's inactive. Thank God that happened. But you've got almost a whole new defense now. And I don't know if they could gel fast enough. I don't know what the expectations are going to be for them, but they could get, if they're going to get on any kind of run of respectability, it's all going to come down to can this defense, if they go against the Raiders now, I don't care if they win or lose, but if they give up 30 points, let's say we beat them 40-30, we're going to feel good, but I ain't going to feel great because now I'm like, man, that defense still a problem. If they're giving up, I want to see this defense. I want to see them hold them to under 20 points. I want to see them 18, under 18. I want to see them at their average. That would make me feel pretty good. Yeah.
37 points because of Crosby, because of how Crosby is on that defense. He can fill in a lot of holes for some of those deficient defensive players on the Raiders. And I say blowout, but to me, a blowout would be like 37 points. I don't see us scoring 40 on them because of Crosby.
Yeah, no, I don't know if we'll get 40, but I mean, we should. A blowout to me is 2 touchdowns or more. I mean,
I'm thinking 28-17.
I'll take that because that means I win.
Yeah.
Hell, I'll take.
I hope that happens then.
Yeah.
And I got to say one thing: if you guys are not, if you're not on YouTube, if you're on Facebook or X, or whatever, come on over to YouTube. It's free to like and subscribe. But the fun part is in the chat over here. We can't put all the chat on the screen. All the chat over here.
You can follow the chat. It's all there on the screen.
If you're on YouTube, it is. You follow the chat, and guess what? You can see the Lone Eagles fan Carl getting torched by everybody, all the Cowboys fans.
It was funny because I love Carl, but why would you subject yourself to listen to people talking about the Cowboys for?
Because he really wants to be a Cowboy. I told you, Carl.
Crazy. It's crazy to me.
I got a jersey for you when you want to flip, Carl. Just come up to Navarre. I got a jersey for you. We can put it on video. Carl has flipped.
It's just really weird. It is weird energy. Thank you.
Weird energy.
It is weird.
I've
never gone on. I just don't like. I listen to Stone Cold. If you haven't seen it, Dale Earnhardt has not Dale. What's his son? Not Dale Earnhardt. What's his son's name? Whatever. Earnhardt. His kid. He had Stone Cold on his podcast. What a great interview. Just a great. He talked about wrestling and coming up and what his names were, Jimmy. Some of the names he had that they wanted him to be the ringmaster or something.
Yeah, he was the ringmaster. Yeah, back at WCW.
Yeah, but he talked about the guys who did the best promos and what he learned and how he had to get. I mean, it was a good interview. It was a good interview.
Dale, that's who. Dale.
Oh, what Dale? Okay,
Dale Jr., yeah.
All right, Dave. Yeah, whatever.
Somebody said, Carl's here because Philly doesn't have a podcast like this. Well, Carl can start.
They don't.
He can start the Philly podcast. But what I like about Carl, let me say this. I like about Carl because he's devoted to his Eagles. He talks smack, but he's respectful. He doesn't come out.
Why are you respectful? I got no issue.
He doesn't just come out just talking, he's respectful. But I like him because he still follows us on the Cowboys. So there's some interest.
Absolutely.
There's some interest.
Hey, you're a subscriber. What the hell do I care? You know what I mean? That's it. I'm always gonna support you. As long as you're not a jerk. I don't need jerks in my life. I got plenty of that around my life. I don't need.
Carl's showing a little pride. I get it. He's all happy about his Eagles. They will not be the champions come February. But that being said,
what a big game.
That being said, I gotta give him a little credit for devotion.
Yeah, and I mean, just looking at
he's a spy.
looking at the going back to the NFC and kind of where the division is headed and where it's and really where the conference is. Forget the division. It is I am an equal opportunity fan as long as you're supportive. You saw the 4 teams. And you're kind of looking at who's in that playoff hunt and kind of where it's at. And you look at Dallas, you look at, San Francisco's hanging in there. The team that you might get surprised that may not make the playoffs, believe it or not, is Green Bay. Green Bay's in a little bit of trouble. Look at their schedule. You have it's going to be a wild last half of the year. And I think what hurts the Cowboys, it's just so much ground to make up because of that Arizona loss. I cannot stress enough that Arizona loss just really put them in a bad way. I just don't know if they're going to be able to leapfrog 5 teams to be able to get up there. We talked about Chicago. If you watch the show, we already talked about that. We talked about that, SoCal. Yeah,
why do you tune
in? Bring new information. We don't need old shit in here. You're repeating stuff that we already did. But I don't know if the Cowboys have enough to leapfrog, even if they went on a run, unless they went on some 7-1 run or something like that. I don't know if they have enough to leapfrog all those teams ahead of them.
I think they do. I think because I thought after that game we played Green Bay and it kind of exposed them. I thought they were going to just go on a run after that and just keep playing good. But the Green Bay has been playing like us. They've been playing like us lately. And because Green Bay's been playing like us and we both have a tie from each other, if we go on a run, I think we do leapfrog Green Bay by a game. Because I think Green Bay.
I did my homework, Greg, on a Saturday when my wife left. I sat and did every game. I picked every game, and I made it to where Dallas and Green Bay finished with the same record, which I think the best Dallas could finish is 9 wins, right? If we're tied with Green Bay at 9-7-1, is that what they're 9-8-1, whatever the hell it is now? 9-7, 9-7-1 because of the tie. They have the tiebreaker against us.
What? Why?
Let me tell you something.
I think it's conference record. I think conference record or common opponent, whatever it is. They had the tiebreaker against us. So I think Green Bay is. I think for Dallas, it's Chicago and Carolina. If they were going to leapfrog, they'd have to leapfrog there.
Man, Green Bay barely beat the Giants yesterday.
Yeah, they did. But Green Bay, I don't know who they got the rest of the schedule. But I can see Green Bay losing 3 more games. And if we win out, Green Bay loses 3 more games, we should leap them. But real quick, Carl, this is to you and your mom. I saw your message. Prayers up. And I know you said she was a cowgirl back in the day. So that's near and dear to your heart. but prayers to your mom, brother. And if we leapfrog Green Bay, it's because Green Bay loses 3 more games. And I can see them losing 3 more games because Love is not consistent.
No.
He's not consistent at all. And their defense is kind of wacky. It's up and down, up and down. They're not playing dominant. Ever since our game, they haven't been the same. They haven't been the same since our game. So, yes, Carolina and Chicago.
Well, let's look at it, Greg. We got some minutes. Jimmy, give your opinion. We want to listen. We're going to follow the Green Bay scenario. They got Minnesota at the Lions, Chicago at Denver, at Chicago, Baltimore, Minnesota at Minnesota.
See?
I can see 3 losses in there. I'll be honest. What about you, Jimmy?
They're going to lose one of the Chicago games, right?
Yeah.
They're going to lose Denver. They're going to lose to Denver.
At Detroit.
Detroit, that's tough. I mean, it's a division game. So
But
you never know.
Detroit.
It's at Detroit. So that's a maybe. Baltimore, it's a loss. There's your 3.
Yeah. That's 3. They can lose 3. But that means we got to win out. That means we got to win out.
And you look at, let's see if I can get.
And we got the Chiefs who are 5-5 right now, not playing their best, and we got them at home. So at least there's a little bit of an edge for us playing them at home.
No, I don't disagree. Disagree.
And
go ahead, Jimmy.
Greg, I want to ask you. So we're looking. So Jordan Love. If you would have asked me last season or 2 seasons, you thought Joe Burrow and Jordan Love would be premier quarterbacks. Jordan Love. Burrow's just hurt, and his situation's a disaster. But Jordan Love just isn't there like I thought he would be.
No, and 2 seasons ago, you're absolutely right. I thought Jordan Love had finally come into his own, and Jordan Love from that point forward was going to go straight to the NFC Championship. And it seemed like the next year he was going, and then it just a little decline. And then this year, it's been like this. Yes. And I'm like, he's going backwards. And Burrow can't stay healthy. And even when he was healthy, he was in a scenario like us. He was taking them down the field, scoring 30 and 40 points, but their defense was giving up 31 and 41 points. And it was killing them. And it's doing the same thing this year. Defense for Cincinnati is doing the same thing this year. So if Burrow wasn't hurt, he still would have been facing the same situation.
That's right. No, I agree with you. And it's just, but that's ups and downs in this league. You don't, you never know what's going to happen. You're looking at Josh Allen. He's regressing this year. You just never know what's going to happen. Especially this year. It's been a crazy up and down year, but
look at Chicago. So Chicago needs to win 2 games. Tell me if you see 2 wins in this schedule.
Okay.
Pittsburgh at home, at Philly, at Green Bay, Cleveland, Green Bay at home, at San Francisco, and then Lions.
They're going to win one of the Green Bay games. They're going to split. It's a division. What's the other one, Greg?
I think Cleveland they're going to beat, right?
Cleveland. Yeah.
Yeah, the Lions and Pittsburgh, depending on what situation Aaron is in, Aaron Rodgers is in. I can see them losing. I can see them losing 3. One of them being a game that they should have won, but they lose, and it could be Cleveland. You never know, but I can see them losing 3.
Their schedule's tough. I mean, that's what I was saying. Chicago is kind of they've won 7. That's why that win last week, this last Sunday, really hurt us and it helped them. And then you could go back to Carolina. Carolina, that loss, Jimmy. You really did us no favors. You really did
us no favors, man. Come on.
No
hey, and so Cal, this is what happens when you tune in late. We talked about Josh Allen in the AFC.
Jesus God, I mean, they're coming to a party late. You're going to bring in useless information that we've already discussed, for God's sakes. Get your shit together.
Yeah, the Panthers and the Colts are 2 teams that the networks don't really talk about much, but they are winning. They're finally coming to their own. And the Panthers realize what they need to do to protect Bryce and help them develop. And Bryce is playing. The Panthers in Indianapolis are sneaking up on people, and they better pay attention to those 2 teams. Because the teams that all the networks expected to go to the Super Bowl or be in the AFC Championship this year are Baltimore, Buffalo, and all that. Looks like those teams aren't even going to get there. This might be the year that they miss practice.
But here's what I tell you. Looking at the Panthers, good story. This is their schedule. at San Francisco, against the Rams, at New Orleans, which they should take, Tampa Bay, Seattle, and Tampa Bay. Those are, I mean, that's some tough games. Some tough games.
Yeah.
If they come out of that with the majority wins, they're for real.
So I guess what I say is like Dallas' schedule ain't easy either. I mean, you're asking them, they're going to have to beat Philly, they're going to have to beat Kansas City or Detroit. I think they could the two of their next 3 games, and this is all contingent on Monday night. They could lose one of those 3 games. If they lose against Philly, they better beat Kansas City and they better beat Detroit. If they lose against Kansas City, they better beat Philly and they better beat Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They've got to go in and dominate or at least win 2 of those 3 games for even a prayer. If they lose 2 of them, it's over. They can't lose 2 games the rest of the way.
Yeah.
So, but
anyway. So, Cal, if you were on time, you would have heard a good conversation between us 3, and the reason why I feel like that.
Just not even listening. Enough of him.
Nah.
Enough of him. Hey, it's game time. I'm breaking out my old 94 in honor of Neil, but it's D Ware. We got Overshown. Jimmy's in the spirit. He's got his 98 NFC champion.
Yeah.
That thing looks fresh. It doesn't look faded out. It's as clean as when he got it. So we're getting ready. We're at your. I bet you he was going to that barbecue, Jimmy. He was going to that barbecue when you were slapping that meat on the grill. That's the barbecue that he just went to. But all right, guys. We had a great time. I appreciate it. Greg, we got to get this win. Jimmy, I need you to pull for us because I need this Scott all, man. I hopefully I didn't make a mistake, but
tax free.
I got pride, man. Sometimes the pride gets the best of me. It is what it is, but I love it. I'll never change. I'm Dallas Cowboy for life. That's the way it works, right, Greg? We don't back down for nothing.
And we win tonight. I'm leaving the flag outside overnight because my neighbors all know. They all know this is a Cowboy for life right up in here. They don't come up here on this sacred ground.
No, none of that shit. None of that shit. Like, I got to fix something. I'm delaying because I forgot to put our ending on there. So I'm delaying the conversation.
It's okay.
But there we go. All right, it's game time. I'm going to go in the cave. I'm going to go watch my game. You guys take care. We'll see you. Let's go, Cowboys. Get that thing done. Hand of that business.
Give me somebody that's hungry. Give me somebody that's hungry. I need somebody.
Here we go.
All right, man. Good show.